to take this kind of shot with your Insta360 X5, or this one, or this one, you need different mounts and accessories. Today I'm going to show you the best and most important mounts and accessories for the X5 and how you can use them optimally. There are quite a few accessories and mounts for the X5. That's why I've created a small hit list of the 10 best accessories, which I'll show you in reverse order. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank Insta360 for providing me with lots of accessories to test and for sponsoring this video. But don't worry, today I'm only going to recommend mounts and accessories that I personally find really useful and use the most. But before we get to my top 10, I'd like to show you 5 accessories that I think every X5 user should really get. A kind of basic equipment, so to speak. One of these 5 accessories is, of course, a selfie stick. As a standard selfie stick, I would recommend this one with a length of 114 centimeters. At 114 centimeters, it's long enough when extended, but when pushed together, it becomes very small and can therefore be easily stowed away. It also has a thread on the underside, which allows you to attach it to a tripod or other mounts. It's well made and for me, the perfect selfie stick. This stick is also available in a shorter version, and not only in black, but also in gold. As a standard stick, I would choose the black one with a length of 114 centimeters. By the way, you can find a link to all the mounts and accessories I'm showing you today in the video description. Since you also want to use the X5 as an action camera, it's important that you protect the camera properly. The weak points are the display and of course the protruding lenses. In the standard packaging, the X5 comes with a protective pouch in which you can safely transport the camera. To protect the lenses, I usually also use a rubber lens cap. This is an accessory that I can highly recommend, although it does not provide any protection during recording. For improved protection during shooting, there are also lens guards available in 2 qualities. Personally, I'm not a big fan of lens guards, so I rarely use them. Depending on the incidence of light, lens guards can cause reflections and have a negative effect on the image quality. For this reason, I never really use lens guards when shooting. In case one of the lenses does get damaged, there is a lens replacement kit for the X5 that includes a replacement lens cover and all the tools needed to replace it. In my in-depth X5 tutorial, I also show you how to do this in detail. There is a screen protector available to protect the display. Since the display of the X5 is relatively large, I would recommend using a screen protector. And to safely store the camera and smaller accessories during transport, I would also recommend this carry case. Of course, it doesn't have to be this carry case from Insta360. However, this one is very well made and absolutely suitable for the purpose. The only disadvantage is that the standard stick is a little too long and only the small stick fits in the carry case. And of course, you need a microSD card that is fast enough. For 8K recordings, it should be at least a UHS 1 card with a speed rating of V30. Personally, I use this 512GB SD card from Insta360 on the X5. But fast cards from other manufacturers also work well. So let's start with my top 10 best mounts and accessories. And as I said, in reverse order, with the first place coming at the end. In 10th place for me is the extended edition selfie stick. At 3 meters, it is the longest selfie stick that Insta360 sells. It allows you to take very special, unusual and creative shots. For example, you can use it to move the camera through a car, through a window, or you can even simulate drone shots with it. The length can be adjusted, so you don't always have to use it fully extended. The 3 meter long selfie stick is not a small mount. It's quite heavy. You don't always feel like taking it with you. And the handle is often slightly visible in the shots. But I have taken some of my absolute coolest and best shots with this stick. That's why I highly recommend it. There will come a time when you want to set up your X5 somewhere safe and stable. Maybe you want to film yourself or you want to take a time-lapse shot. That's why I would recommend a combination of a selfie stick and tripod in 9th place. It's simply advantageous if the tripod is already integrated into a selfie stick that you'll have with you anyway. There are several options. You can take a tripod base like this one and attach it permanently to your selfie stick. This also has the advantage of making your selfie stick a little longer. But there are also some selfie sticks that already have a tripod integrated. Particularly stable is the new ThroPod, a stick that has a very stable tripod integrated into it, so you don't have to worry about it falling over. When extended, the stick is 114 centimeters long, which is the same length as the standard stick. However, when collapsed, it's slightly longer and therefore more cumbersome to carry around. If you're looking for a smaller solution, I recommend this very special 2-in-1 foldable selfie stick. This stick also has an integrated tripod, but like the ThroPod, it does not have an integrated thread on the underside. At 58 cm, when extended, it's not particularly long, but it has two major advantages. It can be folded to the side, making it very easy to stow away. With the X5 attached, it can even fit in a pants pocket. And it has an indentation at the top where the mini remote can be attached. The stick is also available in a bundle with the mini remote. And that brings us to one of my favorite accessories, this little mini remote. Depending on the mount, you won't always be able to operate the camera yourself. Just think of the 3-meter pole we just saw, for example. So it's advantageous to be able to operate the camera from a distance and start or stop recording. Of course, this can also be done via voice control or gesture control, or even with your smartphone. But the best and easiest way is with a physical remote. And this mini remote can not only be attached to this stick, but with the help of a strap, it can also be attached to any other selfie stick. If you want a remote that allows you to change other settings, such as the recording mode, or that allows you to check the preview image, you should take a look at this preview remote. You can wear it on your wrist like a watch or attach it to a selfie stick. This remote also captures GPS data and adds it to your recordings. This allows you to display your speed or route in the recording. In terms of usefulness, this remote could actually be higher up on this list. It's just a little expensive. The audio quality of the X5 is absolutely good for an action camera, and the new wind guard significantly reduces annoying wind noise. However, if you also want to vlog with the X5 or frequently record speech, you should definitely use an external microphone for better audio quality. In my opinion, the best solution for this is the new Insta360 Mic Air. There are two main reasons for this. Unlike other Bluetooth microphones, the Mic Air can be used as a remote control. This means you can use it to start and stop recording, and it delivers very good audio quality for its price. For example, the audio quality is better than that of the DJI Mic Mini when used without a receiver. If you want to use, for example, the Mic Mini or the Mic 2 with the X5, you should use the receiver for better audio quality. You connect it to the USB-C port of the X5. You then connect the receiver via cable. There are several very simple ways to attach the receiver. I use the utility frame from Insta360 for this. Not only does it have several mounting options for accessories, but it also has its own lens cap and offers additional protection, although it does make the camera a little heavier. If you want to know more about the Mic Air, check out my detailed tutorial on this microphone. One of my favorite mounts in recent years has been the third-person backpack mount. It allows you to attach your camera relatively securely to a backpack and film yourself from behind, leaving both hands free. The camera is attached to a carbon fiber pole, which you attach to the backpack mount. I've taken quite a few shots with this mount, but I've now mostly replaced the third-person backpack mount for shots from behind with another mount, which we will see a little later. The backpack mount is very useful and also easy to store. Its main disadvantage is that it's a little awkward to attach. Nevertheless, I highly recommend it. When I used the 360 camera underwater for the first time, I was very disappointed with the results. The 360 videos were unusable. I didn't realize that lens stitching doesn't work underwater. This is due to the angle of incidence of the light. So if you want to use the X5 underwater to shoot 360 videos with an invisible selfie stick effect and not just single lens videos, you need a very special dive case that adjusts the angle of light entry. It's great that Insta360 has built one. And as you can see here, the X5 is also capable of taking cool 360 videos with invisible selfie stick effect underwater. Although the dive case does not sink and is well balanced, it can be useful to attach the stick to a strap when using it in the water so as not to lose the camera. This wrist strap, which is also one of Insta360's accessories, can be attached to the bottom of any Insta360 selfie stick. Overall, I can definitely recommend the dive case if you want to use the X5 frequently underwater. The next mount is a bit special. I often use the X5 when skiing and attach it to a ski pole together with a selfie stick to film myself from the front while skiing. It is small, well made and absolutely stable. The results look very cool. Of course, you can also use the mount to attach it to another pole or stick. Before we move on to third place, I would like to give you another tip in this context. Very often, when you attach the X5 together with a selfie stick to a rigid mount, such as the ski pole mount, the underside of the mount is exposed to strong vibrations and forces. A normal selfie stick will not last forever and will eventually be damaged. But there is a solution for this too. The Action Invisible Selfie Stick. It is made of carbon fiber and is significantly more stable than the standard stick. The thread on the underside is also reinforced. So if you want to frequently attach your X5 to a ski pole, or for example a motorcycle or bicycle using a selfie stick, you should definitely use the Action Invisible Selfie Stick. And that brings us to my third place. My third place goes to the bike kit. It ranks so high because it's relatively flexible and not only suitable for bikers. It includes a high quality chest mount and a handlebar mount. Both can be used not only with the X5, but also with other action cameras such as the Ace Pro. And even though a chest mount is not a typical mount for 360 shots, I would recommend a chest mount to every action camera owner. It's just great for action shots, not only when biking, but also when skiing, or as shown here, on a roller coaster. A few notes about the chest mount. If you use the X5 on a chest mount, it could shake a lot when mountain biking, for example. There are a few ways to improve this. For example, there is this horizontal mount. As the name suggests, you can use it to attach the X5 horizontally, which also has the advantage of significantly reducing camera shake. And for even more stable results, there is now a dedicated POV chest mount that attaches the X5 extremely securely. However, this mount is only suitable for the X5 and not for other cameras. With the handlebar mount from the bike kit, you can quickly and easily attach the X5 to a wide variety of bars. Unlike the ski pole mount, however, you should not use any additional extensions. The mount is not strong enough for this. Insta360 offers a few more mounts for bikers. Here you can see the third-person bike handlebar mount. Compared to the simple handlebar mount from the bike bundle, this one has two mounting screws. The mount therefore sits a little more securely on the handlebars and can also be used in combination with a carbon fiber extension pole. Or the bike tail mount. This is attached to the seat post. The X5 is then attached together with a selfie stick. As mentioned earlier, you should use the Action Invisible Selfie Stick in these cases. Due to the strong vibrations when riding, the last two mounts are only suitable for riding on the road. And the most stable attachment to your bike is achieved with the bike headset cap mount. The mount is permanently screwed to the bike and is therefore so secure that you can easily attach a pole. This mount is an absolute must-have for bikers who often want to film themselves from the front while biking. One of my favorite mounts. You'll soon see that my top two picks are actually two rather unusual mounts. But before we get to that, I'd like to show you a few accessories that aren't that important to me personally, but could be important to you. If you often want to take very long recordings, I naturally recommend a second battery and this utility fast charge case. This allows you to charge two batteries relatively quickly. What's cool is that you can also use the case as a power bank. Another solution for long recordings would be this Fomo power handle. It not only includes the mini remote we've already seen, but also an integrated battery that allows you to charge the X5 while recording. The quick release mount is also very useful. You can screw it onto a mount and use two buttons on the side to remove and reattach your camera much more quickly. The mount is made of metal, is very high quality and works very well. And then of course there are accessories for the bullet time mode. If you've seen an ad for the X5, you've probably also seen the bullet time effect. This is a cool effect for which the X5 has its own recording mode. You rotate the X5 in a circle above your head and it automatically creates a slow motion recording. To perform this easily, you need an accessory that allows you to rotate the X5 in a circle above your head. Insta360 offers 3 different accessories for this purpose. This handle and mini tripod to which you attach a selfie stick on the side, which you can rotate around its own axis after opening the locking mechanism. The bullet time accessory is also available in a bundle with the standard selfie stick. Then there is the bullet time cord, a much smaller accessory that has an extendable cord that allows you to swing the X5 in a circle. But personally, I would go for the bullet time selfie stick. At 120 centimeters, it's a relatively long selfie stick that also has an integrated bullet time function. To use it, you unscrew it and then bend it to the side at different angles. But no matter which one you choose, if you like the bullet time effect, you should definitely get one of these accessories. Let's move on to the top 2 picks. Many of the best shots I've taken with the X5 were taken with this back bar mount. It's a waist strap that you attach the X5 to along with a pole. This allows you to film yourself from behind while keeping both hands free, so you can do your sport, skiing or biking without any problems. There is no other mount that I've been asked so often how I managed to take these shots with the X5. Unfortunately, the back bar mount is a bit expensive, but it can be put on and taken off very quickly and easily. You can start and stop recording with a hand gesture, voice command, your smartphone, or even a remote. I would also use the back bar mount in combination with the action visible selfie stick, which withstands vibrations much better than the standard selfie stick. There are only two reasons why this mount is not in first place. It looks a bit strange when in use and is very large and therefore somewhat awkward to stow away. And in first place for me is a very special but extremely versatile mount, the heavy-duty clamp. With this you can attach the X5 to poles of various sizes, a ski pole, the handlebar of a bike and so on. The cool thing about it is that the mount can be attached extremely securely. It even comes with a wrench, so you can attach it absolutely firmly. Because it's so stable, you can also attach an extension such as a pole and film yourself in a wide variety of situations. And last but not least, it's small, handy, easy to store and not too expensive. The perfect mount. As I said, you'll find a link to all the mounts and accessories in the video description. Give me a like as feedback if you found this video interesting. If you want to know more about the various features of the X5, check out my detailed tutorial. There will be more videos and tutorials on the X5. So stay tuned and see you next time.